welcome back to another video here with Angel B Designs. I'm Angel B. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. In today's video, you guys, I'm going to show you how to do glitter applique, embroidery applique on this black hoodie or sweatshirt. I'm going to do the entire process start to finish. I'm going to show you how I hoop, how I do each letter. I did have to change my bobbin because it ran out in the middle of my project. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that as well. I did this one on live. It was either this week or last week with everybody. If you missed it, definitely go ahead and check it out. We had some tension issues, but we all worked it out together. So I have a red version and I have a black version. This is the one we're doing in today's video. I'm definitely loving embroidery. I'm using a single needle machine. That's all I have. I have the Poolin EOC06. Everything will be linked down in the description box if you are interested in any of the materials I'm using in today's video. But this is what we're doing today, guys, so definitely go ahead and stick around for that. Alright guys, so I decided to do a voiceover just because I do have some neighbors right now and they were being a little noisy. So for the sake of trying to make sure that you guys can hear the directives, I just decided to go ahead and do a voiceover. But what I'm doing now is I am hooping. That piece of masking tape I put down is to show me where the center is and where the top of the design should start. I don't have a hooping station. Again, I'm using my Poolin EOC06 and the Mighty Hoops is not compatible with this hoop. So therefore I'm not able to use that particular hooping station, and I have not yet found another hooping station that would work for this machine. So for the time being, I just put a piece of masking tape right there. Again, it lets me know that's the center of the shirt, and it lets me know that is where the top of my design needs to start. And then I put my hoop on the inside. I'm using a magnetic hoop. You guys, it'll be linked down in the description box. These little pieces that I'm putting on the side here, those are the magnets that basically hold it in place. So instead of it having a top that snaps on, it just has these little magnetic pieces. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and just put it underneath my presser foot. With the EOC06, the hoop doesn't fit underneath the presser foot. If you hold it up with your hand, you are able to slide it under more. It pulls the presser foot up more so that you can slide whatever you're doing underneath it. And then I'm just going to go ahead and trace, which is what I'm doing now, to make sure that everything is lined up properly and that it centers with that piece of masking tape that I put on the sweatshirt. I'm making sure all of my fabric is folded out of the way. Now I recorded this prior to getting those shirt clips. I do have some shirt clips now that help me to clip my fabric out of the way. I will leave a link for those down in the description box. But again, at the time I was recording this video, I did not have those clips. But what I'm doing now is I am threading. I'm going to start off with red thread, and I'm also going to use red Siser glitter HTV. And the first thing it's going to do, so because I'm using different colors, every letter it's going to do the placement stitch, the tack down stitch, and then the satin stitch, and then it'll move on to the next letter. If you're doing an applique where the whole word is going to be used with the same color HTV or the same color fabric or same kind of fabric, then it would do the placement stitch for the entire design, then the tack down for the entire design, and then the satin stitch for the entire design. But again, for this particular file, each letter is a different color. So what I'm doing now is I am going to place down my glitter HTV. This is just Siser glitter HTV in the color red, and you are going to remove the carrier sheet from the glitter. And then I'm just going to place it down, and then it's going to do the tack down stitch, and then it's going to do the satin stitch. So the placement stitch lets you know where the piece of glitter needs to go so that it can be tacked down, and then the satin stitch will go on top of it. That's the point of the placement stitch. So now what it's doing is it is doing the tack down stitch, which means it is tacking down your material. And in this case, again, we're using the Siser glitter. You guys, with the single needle machines, if you do have one or if you're looking to get one thing you need to know is that, you know, you may have to do a lot more babysitting with this machine than you would if you were to get a multi-needle, just because it is a little bit of a tighter area. As you saw, or hopefully you saw, I pushed that green button, which is the start button. There was a color stop, which means that after the tack down stitch, it did stop, just to make sure I was ready to move on to the next step. And when basically it's asking you to rethread or are you ready to move on to the next step, you press the green button and now it is doing the satin stitch. And again, this is me trying to hold the fabric out of the way, because this was before I purchased those fabric clips, and I'm trying to get it to focus on the glitter, but this was before I purchased those clips. I do have those clips now, and it is way easier to do these kinds of projects. So now the satin stitch is completed. So now what I need to do is remove the glitter. Because of the way that embroidery works with the needle, is basically perforating the glitter HTV, so you can go ahead and just tear it off. And then you do need to remove it because you're going to be moving on to your next piece of, or your next color. You don't want the red to get embroidered into your green area, which is going to be the next color that we do, which is why you do want to go ahead and remove it. If you were doing fabric, that would be the point in time when you cut your fabric. So now we've moved on to the next letter. That right there is the placement stitch. It's showing me where the green fabric, where the green Siser HTV is going to go. So I'm just going to remove the carrier sheet from the HTV, and then we're going to place the glitter HTV right where that L is located. And then I'm going to put my presser foot back down, push start, and then it's going to go ahead and do a placement stitch. It's going to go ahead and do a tack down stitch. It is tacking down the material so that it can go ahead and do the satin stitch after that. And I will make sure I leave a link for all of the colors. Well, I'll put Siser Glitter HTV. It'll be one link, but that's where all of the colors are. And this is kind of a close-up of the machine doing the satin stitch. As you can see, it is going beautifully. And we are going to press this at the end of the towards the end of the video, because you want to make sure that your glitter is adhered to your fabric. Now it's asking us to move on to the next step, which is going to be the Africa piece in the middle. And basically what we need to do now is the same thing we did for the first letter. We need to go ahead and remove the glitter so that we make sure we don't mix the green glitter with the black glitter that is coming up next. So I'm just peeling away that glitter. I'm not pulling it perfectly because we are going to clean it up once we, remove the hoop from the machine. We're going to cut any placement stitches or any, stitches that are there. We're going to have to trim those, and then we will pull the rest of the material then. This was when my bobbin ran out, so I did have to go ahead and change my bobbin. And to do that in this machine, so at first I was going to remove that plate because I thought that I had a jam, but then I realized I didn't and that it was just out. So I put the screw back, and then I'm just going to pop that little clear piece off. We're going to remove the bobbin. As you can see, it's empty. And then I'm going to place a new one. This machine, you do have to thread your bobbin counterclockwise. There's a lip it goes underneath, and then you just kind of take it around. I'll have to do a kind of in-depth tutorial if you want to see how to replace the bobbin on this machine. Then I'm going to go ahead and just put the hoop right back. Make sure all of the fabric is out of the way, and then we're going to press start. So now I'm rethreading the machine to do the last color. Basically, I did the C the exact same way I did the first two letters. I ripped off the black glitter from the middle part, and then I did the same thing for the C. And so I am rethreading the machine. We're on the last letter. It's going to do the same thing. Placement stitch, the tack down stitch, and then the satin stitch. All right, so now that it is all done doing the last color, we can go ahead and remove the entire hoop from the machine. And then we're going to remove, or I'm going to remove the magnetic pieces so that I can take it off of the hoop. And then we're going to go ahead and clean up any threads that need to be trimmed, any HTV that needs to be pulled off. We're going to do all of that, and then we will also press it. When you're ripping the glitter, you kind of want to make sure that you're not like forcefully ripping it up, even though it is pretty much tacked down because of the embroidery thread, the satin stitch. You just, you still don't want to be too rough with it. So when you're pulling it, still try to kind of, be gentle with it while you're pulling it, or even if you feel like you need to, go ahead and cut it. And you want to make sure you weed out any of the center pieces, and don't forget those, because after you press it, because this is HTV, after you press it, your HTV will be stuck. The next thing you want to do is cut the stabilizer. I never know like what's the acceptable amount of stabilizer to cut off. I cut close to the stitches without actually cutting the stitches. You want to make sure you do not cut your stitches, because your design will start to kind of come apart if you do that. So I get as close to the stitches as I can without actually cutting them, because again, you want this to last. And the kind of stabilizer that you use is dependent on your machine, your needle, your fabric that you're using. It's just a whole bunch of different things that go into play when you're choosing a stabilizer. But I'll make sure I leave mine linked in the description box. And sometimes I do double up on the stabilizer. For this particular one, I did not. I use one piece. But for some projects, I do end up doing 2 pieces of stabilizer as well. Again, it's just dependent on your machine, your fabric, your needle, all of those things. And then I'm just trimming off any extra threads there, and then we're going to go ahead and press it. Now this is just regular HTV, but I don't want to scorch the thread at all, so I'm just pressing it at 300 degrees for 20 seconds. Again, all we want to do is make sure that the HTV is adhered to the shirt. We don't want to scorch our thread or anything like that. But you guys, this is the final product. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, you guys. Bye.